Okay, good morning. AJ Johnson with Tri Magazine. It is Wednesday morning and we are out at the pier, and as you can see, we got a lot of athletes behind me getting in at Dig Me Beach, and that's where the race starts. We also got the seawall along here. That's where all the spectators, all the loved ones are going to be lined up just waiting for that cannon to go off, probably about as much as the athletes. Now, the water is beautiful, perfect and warm, really clear. You see a lot of things down there. You see turtles and fish and all sorts of great sea life, and a lot of the athletes going to be swimming out to. You can see that little boat out there. That's actually the Coffees of Hawaii outrigger. Athletes are going to be swimming out to that, and they're serving espresso out there from Coffees of Hawaii. So it's a nice little way to get your morning Java in. Certainly that's not going to be there on race day, and you know, at that point in time, the athletes are just going to have to go out, the body glove boat, turn around, come back in, and you never know what you're going to get with currents, but you know, everybody faces the same thing on race day. So this is it. This is the pier, Dig Me Beach, where it all starts. Alright, so here we are at T1 and T2. Of course, as the athletes exit the water, they're going to get their bikes. You can see the racks are being set up now, and after they come off the bike, they're going to rack them here, come through, and head out. Transitions being set up. Looks kind of calm now, but on race day, it gets really crazy. Here we are on Pay and Save Hill, and as you can see, we've got some athletes coming up. This is early on in the race course. You got about a 10-mile loop up, and then you got to crank it up this hill. It's pretty difficult, and it's about a quarter mile long. At the end, athletes make a left, and that's when you start out on the Queen K. Pay and Save Hill, it's a key part of this race course. Thankfully, it's early on, and you get a lot of spectators here just screaming and yelling, and that helps you get up this hill. We are south of Waikoloa. We're about 20-25 miles south of Kona town. Now, in town, the wind is pretty calm and really nice, and as you can see, it's really starting to pick up out here, and hopefully they can get this sort of stuff on race day, but these are classic Kona conditions. And to see what it's really like out here, we got two riders that are coming out. We'll show you what it looks like to have to struggle into these winds, which come from all sorts of different directions. Not only that, but the rolling terrain, and it can really get crazy out here, but that's what Kona's known for, these crosswinds, and let's see these guys struggle up. Alright, we're up here, we've turned off the Queen K, we're just a few miles from the turnaround in Hawaii, and you can see the wind is still really blowing. Up here, it gets really, really bad, it's really exposed, the ocean right over there, and this grade, you know, it's just a slight steady grade the whole way, there's no rest up here. You're just grinding it out, and the aero bars, if you're lucky, are a lot of people out on their bullhorns. You can see just trying to keep steady, it's hard to just stand still, let alone ride a bike. We've got a rider coming up. You're going to see how difficult it is just to ride all the way to Hawaii, and with these sorts of conditions, this is what makes Kona Kona. Hopefully it's not this bad on race day. So as you can see, she's got on all her horns just to stay stable. Now the other problem with that is you don't want to take a hand off just to try and drink or eat anything. So for about a 10-mile stretch like this, it's really, really nasty, but then you get a nice, sweet ride back. All right, we're out here about at the airport, and airport's about 8 miles from town, so you're just about done. You can see these guys are cruising in, and you know, at this point, you're really just ready to be off the bike. You know, along the Queen K, the wind has been 10 miles back. It was an awesome tailwind. You know, here there's really no wind. It's been crosswinds. You can see we've got the this is the airport there, and that's really what you're looking for. You know, when you're just hammering down, you just can't wait to see that airport, because you know that just after that you've got town, and you're finally off the bike. Sure, you still got to run the marathon, but you're finally off the bike, and this is another key point of the race. Mentally, it's huge when you start to see that tower. It's a huge relief. Here we are on Elite E Drive, and in addition to being the most famous finish line of all the triathlon, it's also the first 10 miles of the run course. So athletes go out about 5 miles, and then just before St. Peter's Church, you turn around, you come back. And it's a pretty rolling part of the course. It's not necessarily flat, but you know, you can move pretty quick along it. And one of the big things though is to conserve along this section, because you still have Pay and Save and the natural energy lab to come. But one of the nice things about this section also is that you have the ocean view. Going out and coming back sometimes it's hard to stay focused with such a nice view, but you know, you got to do it, and here you are on Elite E Drive in the Ironman World Championships. All right, here we are back on Pay and Save Hill. Now, athletes went up this on the bike, and they also have to go up it on the run. It's about 10 miles into the run when you make this right-hand turn and you go up this difficult hill. Now, you got a lot of spectators cheering you on, but you know, still, you go too hard, you pay. If you're smart, you conserve a little bit, you save, you have a much better run overall. Now, the kicker about Pay and Save Hill is that you also have to run down this at the end. About mile 24 and a half, 25, you come down this, it's a long downhill, and it really hurts the quads, but in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I'm almost home, I'm almost on Elite E Drive, and it's almost over, but first, you gotta come down this, and it hurts. All right, here we are at the Natural Energy Lab. You enter this point, you're about 17 and a half miles into the run, you gotta go to mile down, turn around, get your special needs, and then you gotta come all the way back up. It's a tough run, isn't it?
It's awesome. It's the Energy Lab.
Yeah, it is the Energy Lab, and I tell you, once you hit the Queen K, you got about 10K to go to home. Now, the reason this is called the Natural Energy Lab actually has nothing to do with the Ironman. Some of these structures down here actually extract deep seawater for energy vitamins and whatnot, so kind of an interesting fact, and it's one of the toughest parts of this course. Here we are on Elite E Drive, the most famous finish line in all of triathlon. You make the right-hand turn, and then you've got about a quarter mile to just soak it up. It's amazing, all the spectators, and you know that you are going to finish the Ironman World Championships in Kona. Now, they're setting the finish line up right now, but on Saturday, you're going to watch as athletes come down this chute and realize their dream.